The organization experienced a significant data breach as a result of a known security vulnerability, leading to the theft of personal information belonging to over 150 million customers. We failed to comply with data breach notification laws and committed multiple errors, such as selling $2 million in company stock and launching a new website that hackers rapidly replicated. To restore customer trust and ensure data security, we must adopt a proactive approach to strengthening our security structure. The goal is to assess the damage caused by it, clarify the circumstances of the breach, and develop a further plan of action depending on the results of the investigation. It's important to understand the necessary procedures for privacy and security breaches to minimize potential risks and limit access to leak information before it's too late. We must prioritize accuracy when providing information, avoid making misleading statements, and refrain from disclosing information that could compromise the security of our customers. Also, we must withhold from sharing any information in public that could further jeopardize the security of customers. Given that the company has been data breached, it is required to remain composed and take the necessary procedures to address the situation. It is important to avoid impulsive decisions that could escalate the problem and hinder the investigation process. By maintaining a calm and collected demeanor, we can make well-informed decisions and communicate effectively with our stakeholders, employees, and customers. Once a breach has been detected, it is imperative to contain it, identify the source of the breach, and address any vulnerabilities that may have been exploited by the hacker. Firstly, we need to identify the source of the security breach and patch any vulnerabilities that allowed the hacker to gain access. This will help to prevent future breaches, changing all passwords and credentials in an effective way to prevent hackers from misusing stolen login credentials to gain access to our systems and data. Additionally, it is necessary for us to assess our ethical responsibilities and provide education and training to our employees to ensure that appropriate security measures and protocols are in place. Assessing the extent of a data breach and the minimum requirement for upholding the rights of customers, it is crucial to respond quickly and efficiently to minimize the damage caused by the incident. The first step is to assess the extent of the breach and identify which data has been compromised. This will help us to understand the potential risks and impact of the breach on the affected systems, data, and stakeholders. This involves involving all relevant stakeholders in the assessment process, notifying the authorities immediately, and planning against the next attack. To prevent future incidents, we need to implement security measures, incident response procedures, software updates, employee training on cybersecurity best practices. This will help us to build a strong security framework and ensure that our systems and data are protected from cyber threats. By taking these steps, we can demonstrate our commitment to protecting our company and customers from cyber threats, comply with all applicable laws and regulations, and work closely with law enforcement agencies to bring hackers to justice. Also, we must dig into our ethical obligations to identify and address human errors through the education and training of this company. Since we've been basic to encounter the data breach, it's time to analyze the incident and its consequences and take steps to prevent similar issues in the future. It's essential to communicate with the customers and partners who were affected by the breach in a transparent manner. It's important to be honest and open about any incidents and provide relevant details to those affected. We should inform our customers about the potential impact on their financial information stored in our system, and we assure them that we have taken all the necessary measures to safeguard their data going forward. We must involve legal and public relation teams. Also, it is crucial to prepare for potential attacks by developing a comprehensive cybersecurity plan that includes regular assessments, training, and incident response procedures. We should also secure collaborating with a third-party cybersecurity provider. As a business, we do not need a cybersecurity strategy. Enable a cybersecurity awareness and accountability culture throughout our organization and encourage all employees to be alert against cyber threats. Promote a culture of cybersecurity awareness among employees and encourage them to stay alert against cyber threats. Finally, since cyber threats are continually evolving, we must remain proactive and take necessary steps to counter them. To enhance our security structure, rebuild customer trust, and safeguard our reputation, we must take a proactive approach. We cannot afford to be conceited in light of the increasing number of security breaches. We must prioritize security measures and restore our customer confidence. In the event of a breach, we must take prompt action to inform all relevant parties, provide information about the type of exposed information, and offer important contact information. We should also reach out to law enforcement authorities and report the incident along with the possible risks that may arise. To prevent similar incidents in the future, we must formulate ways to improve controls of information and technology. Regardless of our size, we cannot ignore the possibility of experiencing a security breach. We must have a data breach containment plan in place to reduce our exposure and failures. While the response steps may vary depending on the type of incident, such as a business email compromise, ransomware, or stolen data, there are a few common early steps that we must take. We cannot afford to wait for a security breach to happen before taking action. It is our responsibility to put a plan in place now to protect our organization's security in the future.